Ever feel like you're spinning your wheels in the studio? Putting in hours but not getting very far? Or maybe you're just getting started and you're wondering what separates successful artists from the rest. I spent a lot of time piddling around and really not getting very far when I was just getting started. And I've developed these 5 game-changing studio habits that not only help you create better art, but will also keep you inspired, keep you in that creative flow, and bring you closer to your authentic self. My name is Vita Evenson, and I paint grease. When I first started painting, I had no habits at all, and being the ADHD type artist that I am, kind of all over the place, I was doing a lot of painting, but really not progressing very fast. I'm going to give you these 5 game-changing habits that will help you put together your studio space and open up that creative pathway so that you can peacefully and joyfully dive into your own creative process. But stick around until the end, because I'll be sharing a habit that most artists overlook. But it is the secret to unlocking real satisfaction and progress in your art. Habit number 1, create a dedicated workspace. A dedicated tiny little studio. Your creative space can be the corner of your kitchen table. Your little tiny studio could be a little spot in your living room. But whether it's a whole big studio or a tiny little studio or the corner of your kitchen table, having a specific spot for your art sends a powerful signal to your mind, so that the more you practice in the same place, you are nourishing that creative energy that is building in that space. And it can be any kind of space. It doesn't matter. You are your tiny little studio or your big, huge studio or the corner of your kitchen table. Wherever you focus your creativity and your art is where your creativity will grow. So you're kind of saying, this is where I create. And having a dedicated space doesn't just keep you focused on your artwork, but it also helps make art a daily part of your routine. Take ownership of this creative space. Add things that you love, that inspire you, that make you feel good, that bring could be images, photos of people you love, drawings from your grandkids. It could be a plant, a cactus, could be anything. It doesn't matter. Whatever makes you feel warm and wonderful and welcome. Habit number 2. This is a big one. Set consistent studio hours. Have your time frame. My studio time is the most important time of my day. This is what I love. This area is where I can be authentically me. So here's the trick, you guys. Successful artists don't just create whenever they are bombarded with creative inspiration. Successful artists are on a schedule, they have a routine, they come into their studios at the same time on the days specified that they will be creating, and they come in and create. And here's the thing, let's say you come in one day and you just don't feel like painting. You don't need to. Just creating that habit and coming in and sitting in your studio, maybe reading a book, maybe cleaning up, maybe just looking at some of your artwork is enough to keep nourishing that habit. So find the times that work best for you. It can be every morning, It can be 3 evenings a week or full days on weekends. Even if you're only in your studio for an hour a day, the consistency of continually coming into your studio, whether you paint or not, creates momentum in your mind, creates a stronger habit. It's getting those neural pathways going and growing and saying, boom, when I come in here, I gotta create something. The more you show up, the more natural it feels, and the more progress you will make. Habit number 3, keep your space organized. Yes, the people who are very creative often have things everywhere, just piles of stuff, and they know exactly where everything is, and they come in and they just put it all together and they know what to do and they go ahead and work. But when you're in your painting studio, when you have it organized, decluttered, and open space, your creativity can calm down and you will be able to focus more on the intentions that you have for your painting. Another reason to have everything organized and in its place is when you're painting and you're lost in that creativity and you need to grab something, you don't want to detach from your painting to start searching in cupboards and in boxes and in piles, trying to find the burnt sienna that you really need right now on your palette. So when you have a clean space and you know where everything is and it's easily at hand, you are allowing yourself to open up even more to your inner creative energy that's going to help you move forward and paint the masterpieces that we are all here to paint. So if you haven't got your own little studio and actual space, maybe you could invest in a few storage bins. You don't need a lot when you're painting. Even with oil paints, you don't need a bunch of stuff. Just to have it near you, you can always have it there. Let's say if you have a corner in your living room or in your kitchen or, wherever you are, to keep the things that are important while you are painting and creating. This simple little step will keep you in the zone and on point with that creative energy while you are painting. Habit number 4, be open to trying new things and stepping beyond your boundaries. You know what that means? Be open to failure. Yes, this is a huge, huge habit to put into place. It is the part of your day where you are continually pushing beyond what you are comfortable with. And this is a huge thing, if not one of the most important things in your creative journey. So growth happens outside of your comfort zone. So you got to keep feeding that curiosity, What if I tried watercolors? What if I moved into ink? Get those ink pens out and see what I can do with those. Maybe gouache, or maybe I stick with my oils, but I totally change up my palette and put on wild colors. The purpose of this? Being an artist is not about being a great artist. No, has nothing to do with that. It's not about painting the perfect painting. It's about finding your creative voice as an artist. So every experiment, especially the ones that failed, teaches you something valuable that you can bring into your next painting. Not only will you learn how to paint better, you'll also learn what resonates with you. Oil paints resonate with me. Watercolors may resonate with you, and you just might stumble on this new signature style that just screams your name all over the place. Habit number 5, reflect and set goals. This is the one that most artists don't really pay a lot of attention to. Once a week, like every Sunday, come into your studio, where it's all clean and tidy and ready for your next painting session. Sit down and take a look at what you've done that past week. Take a look at the paintings. Take a look at your drawings. Reflect on what went well and where you want to improve. Setting even the smallest goals during this stage will propel you much faster than you ever imagined, because you will have direction and purpose. And by keeping track of your progress and setting weekly goals will help you see how far you've come and keep you inspired to keep on painting. So get out a notepad, sit down, write things out so that you have a record of the paintings that worked really well and why, and the paintings that didn't work out so well and why. So you take a look at how far you have come, and then you set up the next week's goal. What do you intend to accomplish by the next time you sit down and open up your notebook and write out what happened in your studio that week? So maybe you want to finish a painting. Maybe you want to upload a video. Maybe you want to do color charts. Whatever it is that where your focus is, when you write it out and you put your intention and motivation behind it, the next week will flow much more smoothly. You will get more done and you will grow as an artist. So if you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell for more content to keep your creative journey going strong. And let me know in the comments which studio habit you're going to begin today. All right, you guys, with that, be inspired, be creative, be you.